Welcome back. You know, when it comes to fall, some people like to burn leaves. Others like to rake them as soon as they're done falling. But you may want to rethink a few of those decisions.
That's because leaves provide an important winter habitat for pollinators such as turtles, frogs, and caterpillars. And for more tips, we're joined by Rosina Newton from Friends of the Rouge. Thanks a lot for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So first off, let's get a little idea. What is Friends of the Rouge?
Friends of the Rouge is an organization that takes care of our hometown river, the Rouge. And so we have all kinds of programs, monitoring, takes measurements of the Rouge to find out where it's healthy and where it's not, where it needs help. And we have a trails program where we're developing ways that people can canoe and kayak.
That's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about why some people think it's important to leave the leaves.
It's a good question. Leave the Leaves is a message that is meant to let everyone know that you can just save some time and leave the leaves for the habitat for the insects that are there. You may not notice that they're there, but they need a place to stay over the winter, just like bears in a cave.
All right, so my neighbor's been doing this for years, so they must be part of the Friends of the Rouge Society because they haven't raked for a long, long time. Now, you mentioned the insects. What other animals are taking shelter under there, or is it mainly just for the insects?
Well, it's mostly for the insects, but there are salamanders, that's one thing, but the little bumblebees they look like they're so big they can't fly. They need a place to go for the winter, and this is one way that every homeowner can help.
Just a minute, you're telling me bumblebees live through the winter?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes. Now you know,
I'll leave
right?
that leaf.
you know, we've heard a lot, too, about natural mulching. So how does this help in terms of that?
It's a wonderful idea. So one of the easiest ways that people can leave the leaves is when the leaves fall in a shrub bed or a flower bed where there's already mulch, just leave them there. You don't have to do the extra work of raking out the leaves there. And that's habitat. That's a home for the insects over the winter. And it just decomposes and it becomes fertilizer, free fertilizer for the plants. So it saves you time.
It does save time, and I'm on board with helping the little insects and the bugs. But I mean, a lot of people are obsessed with the lawn and how their lawn looks. So how are you going to, tell one of the neighbors on my block who loves a pristine look at their lawn with no leaves in it, how to effectively manage their lawn with leaving some leaves on it?
It's a good question because lawn can be really pretty when it's nice and green. And you can rake off the leaves and rake more leaves into those garden beds where there's mulch. You can put the leaves into compost piles. You can put it in the back 40, where an out-of-the-way place you can dedicate to the habitat for salamanders and the butterflies and the moss that spend their winter maybe in a cocoon or a chrysalis in that natural area. So just move the leaves to another place.
So you can have the nice looking lawn and you can still help out. Okay.
Yeah, and you mentioned composting. How does composting actually help in the long run?
Well, you're saving time because you don't have to put them in bags and put them on the curb, so you're saving yourself. And then the other thing is you are creating some free fertilizer. So not only can you create habitat, but if you want to go one step further and create a compost and do the turning and add your kitchen scraps, then that's a really, really good fertilizer for all your plants, even house plants.
Now, I just want to jump to the rivers because you mentioned Friends of the Rouge, who looks after the rivers as well. What are some tips for people to help keep rivers clean and help with the river?
Well, we can use natural fertilizers for one, and we can think about adding more native plants. Think about adding a rain garden. We have a master rain gardener class coming up in 2024 online that people can learn how to build a rain garden. Anytime you plant a native plant, it has such deep roots it can suck up the water so that it doesn't flow into the sewers, which overburdens our sewers, which ends up flowing into the river and causing more pollution in the river.
All right. Well, Rosina, we appreciated these helpful tips. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay with us. We are back in just a couple of minutes after a quick break.